Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be doing this Timeless Fall Classy November look. I love this shade. I think it's perfect for fall. And if you want to achieve something like that or just watch me do it, follow along. First steps, we're going to prep our face. And just as a little side note, this morning for my typical skincare routine, I like to rinse my face with ice water to remove any products from the night before. No soap or anything though. And then I'll go in with a vitamin C serum, followed by a daytime face lotion, and I end with sunscreen. So I already have all of that on my face today. And yeah, so for the makeup prep part, we're gonna go in with a primer. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is the e.l.f. Dew Primer. One reason I really like it is I feel like it puts like a nice tacky layer on my face. And I'm not sure what it is, but I really, maybe it's just because it's pink, but I enjoy this one more than the typical e.l.f. primer. And I also like it better than the Milk Makeup one too. And I like to do about a pump and a half. And focus it on the T-zone. And I actually like to put a little bit on my eyelids too, just because I feel like it helps the concealer stick. This morning, I'm actually going to go in with a foundation that I haven't used in a while, but I really love the color of it. This is from Hourglass. I think this is the shade Natural. I'm also, in this video, I'm testing out a new contour product, and I want to see how it performs with different base formulas. Right. I try not to put too much on my chin just because I really like to go into that area of my face with concealer. I'm just going to grab a foundation brush and start buffing that out. This brush has softer bristles, so it takes a moment to move the product around. And then for my foundation, I don't really drag it all the way up to my hairline because I like the contour to kind of melt that part, but I will drag it down my neck. Now that that's all patted in, I like to do a pretty thin layer. I really don't build it up because I'm more into layering makeup on top versus like the thickness of just one product. Next, this is the product that is kind of the focus of today. This is the DIOR Forever Skin Contour in shade 1 Light. And I wanted to see how this does with different formulas. My usual go-to foundation is also from DIOR Forever. It's the Stick foundation. But I just, like I said, I wanted to see how it does with different products for a base. And I have my mirror over to the side, so if you see me looking over, that's why. I'm going to blend it out with one of my all-time favorite brushes. This is actually a foundation brush, but I love the thick bristles of it. This is from IT Cosmetics. Let me just go on my forehead first. You know, just looking at it now, I don't see a lot of product moving around as I'm doing this, which is always a good sign that product works well with others. I might just add a little bit more to my chin. And as you can tell, I haven't added in concealer yet, so that's when we're going to go in and really shape up my nose contour. This is another step I'm going to do a little different that I've been seeing and I've been wanting to try. Next, I'm actually going to go in with liquid/gel blush. This is one from HAUS Labs in the shade Glassy Pitiya. And just to let you guys see, it is really pretty and it's very rosy, but I think that with powder blush that I'm going to go in with, it'll blend really nicely for a perfect mid-fall look. I always like to put a little bit on my nose. This is a brush that I really like to use for blending out cream blushes. That's beautiful. I definitely could see this more as like a summery shade even, but like I said, with the powder blush that I'm going to put on, I think it'll look really pretty and it'll just like have a hint of this shade of undertone. Really quick, right before I do that, I am going to do my eyebrows. I'll zoom, kind of like speed this section of the video up because, you know, I know it always takes a long time for people to do their eyebrows. But just to let you know, I'm going to go in with the Kosas Brow Pop Nano, and this is the shade medium brown. This way, get rid of any harsh lines. I really love this product. And now I'm just going to hit it with the Rare Beauty Brow Pomade. This is one that was recommended. I'm still deciding if I like it or not. Before this, I used to use the one from Glossier in a blonde shade. And I loved the color that it gave because it kind of lightened my brows a bit, but I noticed that they did fall down throughout the day. Next, this is a product, I got it before the Sephora sale, but it's still fairly new to me. It is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer, and I use the shade N7. I think this is a pretty good neutral base shade for me. We'll see now. It still is a little bit warm leaning, I think, for being a neutral. Oh, I actually forgot. I guess I'll just, it's fine. I was gonna do a little bit of color correcting with this one from Tarte in medium tan, but too late now. I already have this on. And I'll just put a little bit down my nose, maybe just a tiny bit on the tip of my nose. This brush is one that I've like had my eye on for a really long time. It's from Hourglass. It's their concealer brush. I'm super excited about it. I'm actually going to start on my forehead because that like has the thinnest layer. I just love it. It blends everything out so effortlessly. I don't see any harsh drag lines. If you saw my Sephora sale video or Sephora finds video, you know that before this one, I was using knockoff Hourglass brushes that I got off TikTok. Yeah, don't get those. Some of them, like, you know, like the foundation brush I use, this one's okay, but the concealer brush that came in that set, terrible. It wasn't full enough, the bristles, but this one, let me tell you, I am in love. If I could be in love with a brush, this would be it. Like, I don't even need to go over it with a beauty blender or anything. And the shade, I think it's perfect. It's nice too because since the bristles are so stippled, I can use it to shape up my contour lines. And I'm just like going to do a little bit on my eyelid. Definitely don't want it to look like crepey, so, but yeah, look at that. Now we're gonna set down with some powder. My all-time favorite is the Cherry Blossom Cake from Huda Beauty, and I like to use Powder Puff. I'm just gonna go in with like a light amount. There was a little bit already sitting in here. And I like to start by like just etching out my nose contour on the inside, and then I drag it down and under my nose. My nose, I don't know what's going on. It's runny today. It never happens. So I just got a little bit more powder out to work that in. All right, so next I'm going to go in with some bronzer to do some additional shading on my face and just like kind of warming it up. It's from Charlotte Tilbury, Airbrush Bronzer in shade 3. I'm just gonna go in and kind of blend the contour and blush together. And I'll hit my hairline a little bit with it. Maybe a little bit on my eyelids. And I like to do the middle and just drag straight out, kind of so that way like all of these bronzy colors make a 7 on my face, if that makes any sense. There we go. Okay, so now kind of like tie this back to like a mid-fall look. I'm going to go in with this Hourglass Ambient lighting set, and I think I'm going to focus on this kind of like bronzy shade. That's what we're gonna do right now. Use like the matching brush that came with it and use this side. And just kind of use it to warm up the edges of my cheeks, keeping it high. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids as well. Love a warm eyelid. Add a little bit more to my nose, same as we did with the gel blush. To finish up my eye look, I'm gonna go in with this Natasha Denona Groundworks palette. And I'm just gonna use, like, sorry if this looks crazy, my 1.5-year-old got into it. I'm gonna go in with this shade, it is Bark. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of the powder side and do a light lining of my bottom lid, just the outer portion. And I'm gonna drag it up just a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna go right back in and sweep it up towards the top. And then I'm just gonna fill that in. It is a little bit thicker on bottom than I thought it was going to be, but that is totally fine. We're just gonna blend it out. Okay, and then I'll come back and we'll have both sides done. We're back with the eyes. The next step that we're going to do is go in with a brown mascara. This is one that I'm slowly falling in love with. It is from Essence, the Lash Princess. I love the black shade of this. The brown, I don't know, for some reason I've noticed it's like not as thick. And my all-time favorite mascara is the Lash Clash from YSL. So when I tried the black version, this totally gave me the same vibes. But we're gonna try it. I think honestly what needs to happen, oh, I almost poked my eye, is I need to get a lash curler. I used to have one. I don't know where it went, but I think that may help. But we're just gonna focus this on the top lid. Maybe just a little bit on the bottom towards the outer corner. Just a little bit. All right, and now just to like fully finish the eyes, we're gonna go back to the Ambient palette. I'm just going to go in and get a little bit of the highlight, and I'm just gonna put it in the inner corner of my eye, just to give it a little pretty pop. Just like that. Nothing too big. Now, one of the last steps that we're going to do before we're almost done with this gorgeous mid-fall look is going with a lip liner. This is the shade Cork. It's kind of like a warmer brown shade, but I think it's gonna go really nicely. And when I'm doing my lips, I always try to accentuate my Cupid's bow. I don't like to line over it. I just think the shade is so pretty. I like to get the inner corners a little bit. Really quick, I'm actually going to add just a smidge more blush. Because looking at it, I just, like, it's the perfect shade. I just want more of it. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit thicker of a brush. That same shade. This is the shade Oasis Glow. And just kind of bring it up just a little bit. Yeah, see? Then I like to put a little bit right up here because this is like a bronzy shade. And really quick, I'm actually just going to grab one additional shade. Bring in a little bit of this Hibiscus Haze from HAUS Labs. It actually came with the Glassy Pitiya. And just to add, I don't know, like maybe just a little bit more warmth. And just really close to my eye is where I'm going to put it. Yeah, just like that. Now we're going to hit our face. This is a new setting spray that I've been trying out from the brand Zisa. I got it off of Amazon. I think you can get it on TikTok Shop too. Look at this mist. Did you see it? It's just so calm. And I don't think it has any alcohol in it, does it? Yes, it does. So it's kind of like setting spray, but less, and it's supposed to be long lasting. So I figured we'd try it. Oh, really quick, before we do that, this is something I always do no matter what the makeup look is. It's a favorite step of mine in every makeup routine. So this is from Westman Atelier. This is the shade Nectar from the Lit Up highlighters. I'm gonna go in with this finger actually. And I just like to put a decent amount on my finger and stamp it onto my nose. I love a glossy highlight on the nose. I think it's just so beautiful. And it's just like a little thing, but I think it totally can elevate any makeup look. Okay, and now we're gonna go in with the setting spray. My goodness, you can even see it on my chest. So that part is done. And now we're going to end it with this Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Mauve Glow. It's one of the moisturizing plumping serums. And like, tell me that's not the perfect shade for fall. It's glossy, it's mauve-y, it's brown leaning. It's stunning. It's truly stunning. Thank you so much for watching today. Please comment below. Let me know if you've tried this look out yourself and what looks you want to see me try next, or if there's any products you want me to review. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.